Hello beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. My name is Sanja. Before we start, this video might be triggering to some, so if you need to, skip it to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that I'm really quite felt passionate about it, and I want to share it with you here. Please let me know your opinion, whether before or after you hear mine, but I just could not believe people saying this, agreeing with this, telling yes, amen, and etc. So I thought I wasn't be able, I found the post luckily because I commented 6 days ago. This was a post, and 2 days ago I commented. There are none replies, nothing, even from haters. I mean, haters, whether people realize they're not supposed to be, doing this, or I mean, it's just hear it out. So the post was, normalize lying to people who ask you lots of questions about your personal life. My text was, why would I lie? I would ask them, why are they asking me that? Or would change the subject. What society do we live in, and how low are our social skills that someone says and others actually agree that we should normalize lying? And then the same person will be angry if someone else were lying to them, but if they lie, then they have their reasons why. How does that even make any sense whatsoever? I had those people in my life. Just ask, why do you want to know? Or why would you ask me that? Or how is that information relevant to your life? And I would ask very politely, so there is no drama or arguing. Normalize the truth, not lying. So that was my text underneath the normalize lying part. And I just want to read a few comments underneath this post. So the post was, normalize lying to people who ask you lots of questions about your personal life. Comments, not mine, were, best advice ever. I agree. Good one, gonna do that from now onwards. Write with capital letters. As always, as always, agree, right, exactly, agree, true, 100%, yes, I do the same. Those, and etc., etc., etc. Obviously, other people tagging other, or thank you, always my friend, always, absolutely, mastered this. And I'm thinking, really? Like, really? Do you know how many people, if someone were to lie to them, they would scrutinize them? They would be, how dare they lie to me? They would be, oh my god, I can't believe they're like this. There's such a this person and that person, I can't trust them anymore. They're blah 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 blah. But if they're lying, then it's fine. Then it's absolutely correct, and then it's great, and yeah, that's a great advice. No. If you have, and listen, I had close family members doing this. So I've mastered this because I had to, from when I was little, because I had in my family someone who was a pathological liar. And because of this person and the way they treated others and the way others suffered around them. And the thing is, when people lie, they don't always tend to remember what the lie was. So they would tell me one thing, someone else the other thing, someone else the other. And then when we would gather to share our information, everyone's would be different. And the amount of struggle we've all had to go through because of this person, and I always knew I don't want to do that. I don't want to lie. I don't want to make someone suffer, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. It's better to let it out there. You feel less of a, it's always worse when you have that inside of you and just maybe tearing you up, or you don't even care. But usually if you tend to at least tell people that you love them, the most logical for me thing to do is try to make them happy. Also tell them the truth, be honest with them, not being cruel, not being not lying to them, etc., etc. So if you think you will protect someone by just, there are always nice ways to deliver the truth. Being cruel and telling the truth are two different things. Being rude and telling the truth are two different things. So you can tell the truth, be kind. If you've done them wrong, at least you're giving them the permission, to sort things out. And depending on the person, but for instance, we knew we've been lied to, this person did not know that we knew the way that we felt, but also we never told this person that we knew. And you've maybe been in many situations where you were lying to a person that knew you were lying to them, but you just thought, oh, I got away with this. Don't be that type of a person. Just don't. And if there are certain consequences that you go through, have certain consequences that you have to go through. But it's, for me, the right thing to do. Just be honest. Again, not being rude. Be honest with what you're doing, with what you've done, etc., etc. Now, in this particular context, going back to having that type of person in my life that was always asking personal questions, that was always also believing the rumors. So even I remember visiting this person, and this person said, oh, I heard you got married. This was 8 years ago, I can't remember. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much for telling me. I didn't know. And they were like looking, at my fingers for rings. And I don't think I was even dating anyone. And this person was like, oh, I heard you got married, what happened? And I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much. Now I feel it wasn't a question of whether I was or wasn't. It was like, a statement I heard, and that's it. Like, full stop. How was it? Where's your ring? And I was like, thank you so much for letting me know, because, up until this moment, I thought I wasn't. And now I know. Thank you so much. If there are these types of people that you have to reply with these types of comments, but you don't have to. If there's someone asking you these types of questions, develop, if you don't have them already, social skills. Why are you asking me that? How is that relevant to your life? What is that? Why would you ask me that? Ask with a question, or ask them about their lives. I had a person that, I've had many, that would just maybe even talk and start being, aggravated and heated up. And I would just stop the conversation with asking them about certain topic, about someone that I knew, they liked, etc. And they started answering that question and completely forgot about this topic. Completely. I just interrupted them. Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask you, how are they doing? Have you been there? Have you seen them recently? How are you, is there any interesting in your life recently? You can always also prepare questions in advance if you're not really sure. Especially, obviously, if you're going to meet someone, then definitely okay, I'm meeting them, then what questions I can ask them, maybe to divert that question, or what can I do. But you can also, let's say, if there's a person in an airplane or in a bus, or you can always have a set of questions that you can memorize. Just kind of think of in your head, that you can actually reply to if you do not want to be talked on a bus. What I used to do when I used to go to uni, I would put earphones in my ears, and most of the time I wasn't even listening to anything, just nothing. Like basically nothing. But there were earphones attached to my phone. There were white ones like sticking out so everyone could see them, not those like here that no one can see them. Even to this day I wear Bluetooth earphones, but they have a cable connecting them, and I always like to stick them out. Now most likely I'm either having a conversation or listening to something, but when I used to go to uni in a bus full of people, and there are just people there who just, sometimes you're just not up for it to have a chit chat. You're just maybe reviewing the questions in your head, or it's uni. If anyone's been to uni, there are times where you just don't want to communicate with anyone. I would just do that. And then when someone would ask me a question, I would be like, oh, I can't hear you. Yes, sorry, okay. But most of the time, 99% of the time, you would see people maybe starting going towards me and ask me something. They would see the earphones and they wouldn't even approach me. So there are ways on an airplane, in buses, in trains, anywhere where you can do certain things. So people would, if you don't want to speak to anyone. But like I said, if there is someone who keeps nagging you in a way, asking you certain questions about your private life, you don't want to answer them, you don't have to lie. The whole point of this video is to not normalize lying. Everyone is so, oh, politicians are lying, these actors are lying, these people on TV are lying, I don't know, boyfriend, girlfriend, everyone is lying, and they're complaining that they're lying, but they're justifying their own. It does not make any sense whatsoever. You don't want to be lied to in every way, shape, any way, shape, or form. Stop lying to yourself first that that is okay. It's not okay. You can maybe be aware, okay, my social skills aren't maybe the best, especially with, certain thing that we had recently, even the ones that had social skills, those got destroyed. But learn about them. Google something, watch video on YouTube, go learn what questions can I ask, what can I ask certain people, how to avoid certain situation without, again, lying. You can even just choose to say, I do not want to answer this question at the moment, period. It's part of my personal life. People that are supposed to know this. I'm not sharing this with just everyone. I have few people that know answer to this question, and that's it, and no one else needs to know. There's so many different ways what you can say with kindness. I'm a bit passionate right now, I'll use that word. So I'm not necessarily bringing out the kindness, because I still can't believe I read normalize lying. I mean, come on. No. Normalize the truth. That's the I still can't. You know what? It's not the fact that someone wrote that. It's the fact that I haven't seen a single one of the comments. I mean, I haven't been through all of them, disagreeing with that. Everyone was agreeing, saying, Amen. Okay. Totally. Yeah, I've mastered this. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'll start using this from now on. And everyone was fine with that. But if someone were to lie to them and they discover that, oh, you think they would be fine with that? You think they would be like, yeah, that's fine, you lied to me, that's fine, I feel completely okay. They would maybe say that in sarcasm, but they wouldn't mean it. So yes, please practice. If you've done enough lying and you can't really see the way that you can get out of it now, go slowly. Just start somewhere. I mean, not have to, but I mean, I even made a short, one of the most underrated ingredients for having a good life is a clear conscience. And for me, that's part of having a clear conscience. If you're not doing, I mean, for me, even doing someone dirty would be lying to their face. Just make a way, depending on who this person is and how much do you want them to know or not know, whether you're gonna answer the question back on their own question. If there's something inappropriate, always go with, why would you ask me that? Always go with question over the question that you don't want to answer, or just ask something about them. And maybe something not totally not related to the question that they asked you, just something completely different with maybe a nice topic, something that'll brighten their day up, something just nice. Even if the question is, have you been up to anything interesting these days? Are you planning anything interesting on weekend, or anything like that? Please develop your social skills rather than skills of lying to other people, because once you start, it becomes a habit. I think pathological liars, it just becomes a habit. Obviously there needs to be something to lead to it. You just don't become one overnight. I know what happened to this person and why they became like that, but what I wanted to say is, this does not mean you have to, if you are one of them, still choose to be one of them. You can choose to tell the truth. You can choose to just lay everything out on the open. And a lot of things heal faster. You can move on quicker, and you can, when you don't have that guilt, you know how many people can't sleep at night and they wonder why. Some people actually wonder why. And I'm thinking, well, you don't think of the actions that you've done to someone else anymore because you justified it. You know, there was a reason why I did it, but if someone did that to you, you would be, you know, going off the scales, and I don't know what the saying is. And because of that, and they're not aware of that, they can't sleep at night. I remember having really, I'll say, an interesting dream where I actually harmed someone in the dream, but I felt okay. I didn't feel any guilt. I didn't feel any nothing. And I remember waking, like, I felt like, okay, you know, like in a game basically. So it was a game, so it's not real. And I woke up and I was thinking, OMG, this is not right, this is not okay, this is. So I asked a psychiatrist, I'm like, or psychologist, I'm like, what does this mean? This is bad. Like, you know, I felt okay, I never felt guilt, I never felt, you know. And they said, no, that's okay, that means you have clear conscience. Now, and I'm thinking, what on earth? How is that even related? But then when they explained, I'm like, okay. I never struggle going to sleep. My struggle is 10 to 15 minutes tops. Usually I just hit the pillow and I'm done. I don't wake up during the night unless my daughter wakes me up or I need to use, you know, certain place. I don't know. I mean, I don't actually wake up and then can't go back to sleep. If I wake up during the night, I just go back to sleep straight away. I don't have sleeping challenges. And, you know, asking a lot of professional around would be that, you know, I have clear conscience. I have nothing to, you know, feel, let's say, guilty about something. I've had a lot of guilt, but I've managed to work through them. I managed to heal through certain things. I worked on myself. There's a process, there's a lot of effort that I put into it. And I have no whatsoever challenges with sleep. None. And like I said, a lot of work put into it. And again, I just don't like lying, and please don't normalize lying. So let me know what you think. I'm really interested to find out, because I think people, just let me know. I'm not going to go any further. I think that's enough. I just think that's it. I'll leave it here. Let me know what you think. See you next time. Bye, guys.